3, 2, 1.
From the emixla.com studios, it's the Luis Banuelos Show.
Hey, welcome to the Luis Banuelos Show. I am Luis Banuelos. To my right, Angel Padilla.
Hey.
To my left, David Duarte.
Yo.
And to my far left, a good friend of mine, Cooley.
What's up? What's up?
Do you go by Cooley or
Cooley.
Cooley?
Yeah. Unless you got a check from me.
No.
Then I go by Harold Bookart.
He's making history tonight.
He is. He's our first.
First black guy in here, man. They got a camera on me too, so you guys know
He
that.
gets his own camera.
They watching my
His own
ass.
camera. Fuck yeah, we have to keep an eye on you,
Yeah.
buddy.
Yeah.
You're that special. That's
I
why.
appreciate it, man. Thank you for having me.
Oh, you're welcome, buddy.
Thank you for the water,
What's
man.
going on, Cooley?
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
All
like
right, good.
every you look.
It's a nice show.
You got to be the most dressed up guest we've ever had, man.
Really?
Is that just the style?
Man,
Francie
you
wore
never
the
know
same
they might
shit.
call me for an interview, you know?
Francie wore the same shit.
You know,
What's
Franchi? You know Franchi St. Pedro?
Francis San Pedro. No.
No.
The white Latino.
White Latino?
Yeah.
There's
He
plenty
wore
of
the
them.
same shit except different hat.
Different hat. Yeah.
It wasn't this jacket, man.
Yeah.
This is my granddaddy jacket.
Like, I swear it's not his. I swear. So no, you do comedy full time now, right?
You know, yeah, that's it, man.
That's
Full
good,
time.
man. Cause
This is it.
you look better though. Like when you would work and do comedy,
Yeah.
you look like you were just
Tired, man.
tired. Yeah, exactly.
Man,
Yeah.
work, kids.
I was actually going through doing research on you before the show.
What you find out?
Really?
No, because I remember.
Credit report, man.
Motherfucker, you kicking with them.
You're
What-
a
how the
comedian. You're
fuck-
going to do this research on the guy?
Yeah, you know.
I should be doing the
I
research.
did a background check. I did a background
You ran
check.
a background check on me and shit. And he's my friend.
Any felonies?
Exactly.
You gotta make sure. Gotta make sure. No, but this guy. I remember when you lost your job,
Yeah.
and I fucking messaged you. Remember? It was January of last year, and I was
Yeah.
like, "Hell yeah, this is your
January
chance,
9th.
man. This is
January
your
9th.
chance." So how's it been? It's been a year, and how's the full-time comedy shit?
Man, this is I'm happier, dude.
Hell yeah.
Believe it or not. You know, people like, damn, lost my job after
19 years.
19 years, man.
And you were married for 23
And
years.
look.
What
And,
did you
and
used
guess
to
why I
do,
got
though?
fired? Guess why I got fired?
Why?
Not for what you might think. Y'all probably think I probably got fired for sleeping on the job.
No,
You
no.
know,
Nah,
or
of
stealing
course
something.
not.
You know what I mean?
I'm going
That
more
ain't the
towards-
reason, though. The reason
I'm going more towards the late constantly.
Early.
Oh, okay.
Early.
Early.
I got fired for being early, man.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
Are you
that's
sure it wasn't for Facebooking? This motherfucker would Facebook like nobody's. I just arrived at the slave ship.
Yeah.
like
10 minutes into.
You remember that?
10 minutes to break time.
I'm
Like,
rolling,
when the fuck do you work, man? All you do is post.
I'm here at the Amistad.
Hey, Toro.
About to leave the slave ship.
What did you used to do? What?
Man, I used to be a lab tech, a lab
lab
technician.
tech?
Yeah, it was a good job, man. I had a lot of good friends.
What is that? What is a lab tech?
It's just a nice word for saying I get paid to blow up shit.
Oh, okay.
That's
Yeah.
great.
You know, I got paid to see if I could break some stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that sounds
That's
dope.
outstanding.
You know, really, research and development, testing on valves, sprinklers, stuff like that. It was a fun job, man. I enjoyed doing it, though. I did.
Had a good run.
No,
Yeah,
you know, and it's good that you're doing comedy because I've even told you like I've seen your comedy just expand to where you're Cooley, you know, like
Yeah.
instead of just that's like at the
Another
Mission
black
Tobacco
guy.
Lounge.
Yeah, another
no,
black guy.
at the Mission
Looked like I
Tobacco.
had a nice coat on, you know?
You didn't even used to wear coats
I
back
know,
in the day.
I know.
That's how
He
it,
I
used
got
to wear
grandkids
FUBU.
now,
He used to wear
man.
FUBU. Back
Yeah,
in the
grandkids
Harley
now?
I got 4 grandkids, man.
That's
but
not a
you're only
shocker.
27, bro. How the fuck?
27.
You've been working
wish.
19 years.
If I was 27, I still have my hair. I lost it at 30, so.
Yeah, well, this guy lost it like at 21, bro.
I know he holding on over there.
I'm trying very hard.
He don't know. He said I could take it down just to a number 1.
Do you have any? Do you have any around the back? You have none? Nothing around
No,
the
man,
back?
mine it'll grow, but it'll have patches. It'll look like that.
Yeah.
It'll look like that. I look like a baby bird when I let mine grow. You know the baby bird look. I thought you look right there, the little baby bird for us.
You get that owl look on the side.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
not a good look.
So I just cut it off, man.
That's good, man.
The bald look is good for you, man.
Yeah.
Like, got the Tupac thing
It's
going
like-
on.
The Tupac thing.
Like it could go both ways. Like you're either a successful man, you know, clean shaven, or like an athlete or a rapper.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm neither.
Well, no, well, you're a comic, man.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
That's good because I've seen you go on the road a lot now. You know, like that's the goal is for every comic to hit the road.
Yeah, and it's to put yourself out there. Really,
Yeah.
you know, you can't wait for nobody to do it for you. Really, you got to just.
Yeah.
You got any advice for this man right here who just lost his job
Yeah.
and is doing comedy
see?
full time?
Yeah,
I'm looking at it like you,
Yeah.
a blessing in disguise,
exactly.
man.
That's the only way you can look at
I'm
it.
3 weeks in. I just
Yeah.
started my 3rd week.
How many shows have you done?
It's already
I've
been
done
3
about-
fucking weeks.
Yeah, I've
Wow.
done about four shows.
You done
so
4
far,
shows? That's
yeah.
good, man.
See, now what you do is you take advantage of that time now, and you devote all that time you was devoting to work every day.
Oh yeah, all
And
that
devote it-
energy and shit. Hell yeah, man.
Invest in yourself now. You was investing in another company.
This guy
another
doesn't.
job.
This guy doesn't know how to fucking run his energy. That's his big issue
His
right
what?
now. Like he doesn't know how to control his energy.
Oh.
Like he'll waste it on sleeping, and then he'll wake up like I'm fucking tired.
Yeah, you
He's
sleep
like,
all day.
No, I'm starting to feel better slowly but surely. I've been staying up till like fucking 3 in the morning now.
he'll sleep his 8 hours and still be like, oh my god.
I used to. Man. I pour all my heart and soul into my work,
If I
man.
could sleep 8 hours, man, I can't sleep 8 hours.
I can't either.
What time you get up?
Man, you know what it's like when you've been getting up.
That's an excuse.
Yeah.
No, when you've been getting up on a regular on that job, 19 years, man, I got up every morning roughly at 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
You know
And you're
what I mean?
still on that schedule?
For the most part.
Fuck.
You know, my body I still wake up at 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning.
But that's old people do that.
No,
shit.
You know.
no, well, yeah. They say
Yeah, but I can still stay
the
up
the older
late.
the older you get, the less
I take
sleep
my
you
naps
need.
during the day. I take my old man naps, my grandpa naps.
You know, that's
You
what
know?
that's what they say though. Like the older you get, the less sleep you really need.
Yeah.
You know?
But you need naps through the day.
Hey,
you know,
I
you
feel
squeeze
ya.
them in here and there.
I can't like I try to take power naps.
Yeah.
And I'll fucking fall into a coma and not wake up till like the next
Your
day.
your power naps last what?
But that means
6
you
hours?
really needed it. That means you really needed the sleep.
Like, I
Yeah.
Wake
Your
up
body
at-
will shut down on you, man.
woke up at like I've woken up like at 5 o'clock in the morning thinking
Ah,
it's
yeah.
still like 5 o'clock in the afternoon and shit. I'm like, fuck.
Or you wake up at 5 in the afternoon and you think
Yeah.
it's fucking
Oh, yeah,
you're late
yeah.
or some shit.
I fucking got on my car and booked it at work.
Man. And
Yeah.
didn't even have to work.
Nope. No, it's like it's
Look, I did that once, man. Look, slept just like you said, went to sleep, woke up, thought I had overslept for work, jumped up, got dressed, and drove all the way to work. To realize that I had
You
to go
skip
to work.
your
It was
shower and
Saturday.
shit
It
like,
was
ah,
Saturday.
shit.
It was Saturday.
See, like I've gone to work and then go like, what the? How come no one's here? And then I'll wait for like 30 minutes and I go, how come it's getting darker? You know, like instead of the sun, instead of getting brighter, bro.
Traffic wasn't an indicator, was it?
No, there's always traffic where I live. You know that.
Where you live at?
I'm Bloomington.
Oh, okay.
You still live in
He's never
Mobile?
invited me to his house. Just like I'm the first black guy here, I still haven't
No,
been to
he
his
never
house.
will.
I never invite people to my house.
See?
I only go to his house when he needs help working on something, dude. So,
Did he blindfold you then? Huh?
Oh, it's like
it back,
it's like a ransom.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah. And I don't think you would like my fucking where I live is pretty fucking stupid. Like cops are fucking super racist there.
Where you live at?
Yeah, big time.
Well, I won't be coming to Bloomington. Don't invite me.
Uh,
I live out in Paris. You know what that's at.
that's
Damn,
even
that's
worse,
a fucking
isn't it?
hell of a drive,
Paris,
man.
Yeah.
Why don't you move?
Well, I'm glad you're here. Though.
Man, because
It took you 24 hours to get here, but
That's
you're
home
here,
now.
Yeah, but I mean, for comedy, don't you want to get closer to
Yeah.
the
but,
action?
but financially, it works for me. Financially, you know what I mean? Financially,
So how's it been the first year of being a full-time comic?
it's been fun, man.
You've seen progress and shit?
Yeah, I've seen a lot of progress. I think I could be doing a lot more. I got to push myself more. You know, that's my problem is being more disciplined. You know,
Who is it?
getting out more.
See, I'm afraid I'm gonna fall into a lazy. I don't want to fall into a lazy spell.
Yeah.
That's why I see. Well, once you get going, you gotta fucking go
Yeah,
straight.
you got to stay busy and every day. The social network, that's the thing, man. You got
Yeah,
to
that's why
stay
you-
connected.
I see you
out
post a lot.
there
Like
and-
sometimes I just go like, "Fuck, I should unfollow this guy."
Yeah.
every other thing
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
Cooley.
Yeah, yeah.
But no, like the progress, like it's sad to say, like once you become like really who you want to be,
Yeah.
like it gets fucking harder and harder. You know?
Yeah. You know what? I wouldn't say it's gotten harder, man. For me, actually, it's like a relief.
The
You
fuck
know,
you
going to
talking-
work, working the job every day, and then really wanting to commit all your time to comedy.
Hold on. You fucking humping my chair? What the fuck?
I'm
Man,
fucking
they
shaking,
got
dude.
some weird stuff going on over here.
Hey, this
dude.
is the guy
Why
that-
they over here wearing out
This
Pringles?
guy fucking. This guy.
Killed the whole thing. Came in there and said, "Hey, you want a Pringle?"
Yeah, and just kills the whole thing in front of
This
us.
guy
The
fucking.
whole
This guy's
can.
fucking my fucking chair over here.
Not fucking your
We,
chair right here.
we have a black man in the studio, man.
Keep your hands where I
I'm,
can see 'em, Dave.
I'm excited
Hands
to
right
be here in the presence of blackness.
Wow.
What's up, man? Thank you again for having me.
No, yeah. No, but yeah, comedy is fucking.
No, but I remember this guy back when we used to do Harleys in 2007.
Fucking
in
Harleys.
San Bernardino. This guy, he was already talking about shit. Like, I was doing my fucking dumbass dick jokes, and this guy was already talking about his family. So I was like, man, maybe I need to have a kid write some jokes.
Yeah, you should say that too. Yeah,
How long you been doing comedy?
11 years now.
11 years? Oh, all right.
2000.
2003, February 4th.
You started a few months before I did.
Yeah.
Did you take a comedy class?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, you
You
did?
did?
Really?
Wow,
Where?
everybody took a
Like
class.
a dumbass. Yeah, I did do that. I did that. No, actually, what happened was
What happened
comedy's
was-
always been my passion.
Yeah.
You know, since
Yeah.
I was, man, maybe 10 years old, dude. I've always wanted to, make people laugh, enjoyed it.
influences?
You know, the Richard Pryor. You used to listen to the album. My parents used to have record parties. You know, they sit around, do their grown people thing, and then listen to the records. And when they leave, we listen.
Yeah, yeah.
So I always enjoyed making people laugh, but never pursued it. Never had anybody.
We got a caller that wants to give a shout out. Go ahead, sir.
Shout out.
That's what's up, man. I appreciate you hollering at me, man.
Who is it? Hey, how you doing, sir?
What's his name?
What's your name again?
Big Crop Dog?
Yes, sir.
You know who that is? You got to look on your face like you don't know who it is.
You gotta look in your
that's
face
probably
like-
his alias name, so we're going to roll with the Crumb Dog. He might be on the run.
Thank
But I
you.
know who he is. I know the voice. What's going on, man? Hey, man, where my money at? That's what's up, man. Hey, I appreciate you calling me, man. Hey, I'm gonna be at the Pachanga Friday night, Saturday night hosting, so I'm put my plug in right now. So come out there and holler at your boy, man.
All right,
All right, man. Thanks,
man.
dude.
Thank you for calling in, man.
See the Cooley fans already coming
Look
together.
at that. They're just calling
Our
in.
fan base.
I appreciate
He
it.
Fuck
said
Kevin
from
Hart. This is all
P-Town,
about
but-
Cooley.
Shoot.
But you definitely look like you have no idea who the hell that was.
No, I know who it was. I know who it was.
As soon as he said P-Town, you just went, oh,
yeah,
shit.
yeah, I know who it was.
He said,
He's the one, he called like 3 times, but I kept saying hello. No one answered.
"Oh yeah."
Yeah.
That's
He was probably expecting
He
Cooley
probably
to
thought-
answer.
yeah,
That's
he
why.
probably thought we were going to answer.
Yeah.
Good friend of mine, though. Good friend.
That's good.
Yeah, that's good, man. You got followers. That's good, man.
Yeah, I do, man. I do. The thing.
And then now
but,
you're
but
single?
you know what? The people that you would expect to support you and follow you really don't.
You talking about like friends and family?
Yeah, that's what you got to learn early. You know, I tell early young comics when they first start, I say, you know, your friends and family, they're going to come support you in the beginning. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Because they lose faith in you quick.
yeah.
You know what? And look, and it's not so much they lose faith in you. I'm not going to say they lose faith in you, but it's like after you watch somebody doing something for years and years and it hasn't happened for them, it's not that you lose faith, but it's like,
Well, it's like when you're a new,
you know, you don't have the time to keep.
when you're a new comic, all you do is pretty much the same.
Yeah.
5 minutes,
Yeah,
3 minutes.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
Did you invite them to shows or what?
Oh, yeah,
And they wouldn't come.
Man. They just wouldn't come.
That's fucked up.
You know,
See-
everybody got an excuse, man.
Everybody would show up to
You gotta
Mr.
tell me a week
Tobacco
in
Lounge,
advance.
bro. Remember
You
that?
gotta tell me a week in advance. You know, they ain't even got a job in the street.
But see, I wouldn't invite them. When I first started, I wouldn't invite anybody.
They ain't got a job in the street.
You know what I hate when they go, "Hey, bro, sorry I missed your show yesterday. I wanted to go." You're like, "Shut the fuck
Yeah,
up."
yeah. Look,
You
11 years later, they still saying it. so.
You just saw me post. Thanks everybody for coming out yesterday. That's why
Hey,
you. Put,
But you know, everybody can't get out, and you know those who can't. You know, everybody can't make
Yeah.
it. But
Hey,
you know,
but at
you would
least
think
you're-
11 years though you've been doing comedy, you should at least see a person.
At least your dad didn't walk out on you, right, Luis?
your dad walked out on you.
my dad walked out on comedy.
Right in the
My-
middle of his
Right
set.
in the middle of my set. He just went.
Well, didn't you say a joke about your dad? That's kind of
Yeah.
why. Yeah.
How
Hey,
was
dude,
he was looking for your ass that night.
Why?
You got it open this time.
He was looking for you after the show.
No, he just left. Like like my family, they only went once and then that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't support the comedy.
They don't care for it.
Yeah.
What about your sister?
But look, when,
My
when
little
that money
sister
start
was
rolling, look, money start rolling in, watching. Everybody gonna be supporting you then. The party changed then.
Well, that's
You know,
why
so,
I'm,
you know.
I'm trying to bank in this fucking EMXLA shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, when I first started, I wasn't doing that shit.
Hey, you know what though? Use that to me. I use it for motivation. The people that don't come out, that say they're gonna support you and they really don't, you know that their intentions aren't ever really to.
Right.
It's like for me more motivation, really. You know, to say, okay, don't sleep on me.
Yeah.
Don't sleep on me because
So that's like you.
When I blow up,
That's
then
like
all
you.
of a sudden everybody gonna be knocking on the door and calling, and then they'll have a story about me in the National Enquirer, tell some lies about me because they're mad.
I'm gonna tell you this much. Like, I still invite people. I'm still like, hey, come down, you know. And then like it's funny when like Gabriel Iglesias shows up, and then everybody's, how come you didn't tell me he was gonna? Like, motherfucker, come see me, not fucking Gabriel.
Yeah.
You know, like,
Yeah,
why would I
really.
fucking tell you?
Who's gonna be there that night?
Oh,
That
yeah.
was it.
Or look, or you'll get this one right here. Oh man, you know, I can't do it on a work day, man. You know, if it's on the weekend, okay. But let me tell you, Kevin Hart, I'm over there for Kevin Hart on a Wednesday.
They're there.
Oh man, you gonna call off work, show up, you know, trying to get in the back. You know, so don't ever make that the reason. Just say, you know, I can't make it, man.
Yeah.
Don't ever. We
Yeah.
make time for what we want to do. Bottom line, I don't care what day of the week it is. We make time.
Oh yeah, of
for what
course.
we want to
You hear
do.
Well,
that,
you ever
David?
noticed some comedians though? Like you've seen them over the years. Like I've gone to a lot of comedy shows with them, and I can tell you, I know at least 10 comedians that I know their set by heart, just because they do the same set over and over again. And this is knowing him for years, and they do the same thing over and over again. And I know their sets. So it's kind of like, why the hell am I gonna go see him?
Not me.
No, him.
You know why?
You've
You know why?
changed.
Because you know why? Because material is like it's like your kids. You raise them. You create them. And every time you do it, you might hear that joke like with mine. You might hear it, but you're gonna hear something different. You know, it's always developing. Now, if you get a guy that does a verbatim every night, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Then, you know, it can become repetitious. But you know, the key is to continue to build material where you can always mix it up. And
That's a common
interchange it.
complaint of a lot of people that they say they see this
Well,
comics doing the same shit.
Like it's basically the way I see it is like 1 out of 10 comics will be the one that evolves. The other ones will just stay the same.
Yeah.
At least
They
from what
get
I've seen.
comfortable.
Well, if your material doesn't grow, how do you grow?
Yeah.
Right? I mean,
That's why.
it's like a basketball player, okay? You get a good jump shot, you hit threes all day. Okay, well now, nobody can stop your three, so what else can you do? Well, we learn how to guard the three. Now you got to learn how to do something else.
Yeah.
So same with comedy. It's like you have to continue to evolve. Every time you go on stage, you might do that same joke, but then you always got something new that you want to add
Yeah.
to it and continue
No, yeah, of
to build
course.
it out. You know, that's my approach anyway.
Like, that's why I tell people, like, you only learn if you eat shit. You know?
I was just talking to a friend about bombing. today.
I ate shit on Saturday.
You did?
Yeah? A big time. I
You
know.
went down in a ball of flame.
Oh yeah, and
Or
like,
you just go down.
I think I
smoking?
jinxed you, man. I think I jinxed you.
No.
Because I told him, I was like, because Willie Barcena was there.
yeah.
And he was trying out new shit. And I said, you know what? I don't see how comics can try out new shit here because they laugh at everything. They're laughing at everything. So I should have told Luis that.
No, like, if you want to try out new material, hey, go out, fuck it, eat shit if you have to.
No, but I mean,
you know?
you know, he was getting, they were laughing at everything.
No,
you know,
yeah.
so I figured, well,
it's really
it's
about
new
cinema.
shit.
You have to,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Like, the year's experience is still a big difference, bro.
Yeah.
You know, I got 7 years. He's got what, 20 something? You know, and the guy's a fucking, you know, he's one of my heroes. You can't fucking take nothing away from Willie.
Hey, who was your comedy class thing?
Well, what are you laughing at? Come on.
I'm laughing because I got a homeboy texting me right now, right? But the funny thing about it is he texted me from jail.
Let's not say his name or
I
where
ain't
he's
gonna say
at.
his name.
It wasn't the guy who called in, was it?
No,
He's
It wasn't the guy who
watching?
called in.
He's watching or what?
no. He just texted me.
See, now you know why they got the camera on you. You got
Yeah.
people from jail texting you. Yeah, it's a reason.
And we got to get black people in here more often.
We got fucking, we got felons calling.
Yo,
Yeah,
what's up? This is
but
me
like-
from West Valley.
Well, like, what comics?
Shout out to my own boy.
What comics do you like? Look up to, or like you go, man, this guy's fucking great.
Current or
Current or past.
I mean, come on, past.
Well, Pryor's,
Yeah, you
of
know,
course,
I mean,
Pryor's
that's a given.
on everybody's list,
That's
though.
giving
You know?
Pryor Bernie Mac. Bernie
Oh.
Mac didn't he didn't get to really be. He could have been so big,
Yeah.
and he died so soon. And he's one of my favorites.
Yeah,
Out of all the other ones, Bernie Mac would probably be
I
my
think
number 2. I mean, I love Bill Cosby and all those. It's just his style of comedy. I can relate to. It was more like
It
real
was raw.
life, real.
Yeah.
It was straightforward. It was like, when you can say you're gonna hit a kid upside his head until the white meat show, and white people laugh at it.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Because white people, y'all get mad about kicking a dog.
Hey, don't
No,
say
he didn't kick that dog.
don't say that around Duarte
No,
now.
didn't
He
kick
might
that dog.
throw a
You know what I
fit.
mean? So it's like, wow.
what about like white comics or any other comics? Any other one like really impact you or not?
Like, I would think Carlin.
How quite you got?
If he's down.
No. White people are funny. Lenny Bruce.
Yeah, but Lenny
Bruce. Robin Williams. I love Robin Williams, man.
Yeah.
Jonathan Winters. Older comedians.
What is-
Nah, that's not his. He's not.
Yeah, I heard of him. Yeah, I heard of him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he passed, didn't
Yeah, he passed away overdose.
he? Yeah.
He passed just as me and you were taking our comedy classes.
Yeah, damn.
Oh, yeah.
Who do you remember who your comedy teacher was? If you don't want to say it,
Nah, I ain't gonna say her
but
name.
was it? Oh, it was a woman. It was probably the same one
it
I
wasn't-
had.
No, she ran it, but she wasn't.
Oliver?
Huh?
Oliver?
No. Hell no.
Oh my
No,
God.
this was like 11 years ago.
I had a
man.
fucking woman too, man.
But yeah, I ain't gonna call her name. I ain't gonna put her on
Hey,
blast.
no, we have to stop that shit.
What?
Like everyone
Comedy
that
classes?
yeah,
Yeah, I know.
fuck
We
that.
gotta
That's
put
a
an end to
fucking
Yeah,
it.
ripoff.
we got to put an end to it.
Like I fucking Mel Austin and Mike Cano teaching classes. Get the fuck out of here. You know?
Did those classes help you at all?
You know what?
They do it.
Well, the
look,
fact you
look,
can't
look,
answer right
look,
away,
look,
just say no.
I would understand if Richard Pryor or fucking Bill Cosby were
No.
teaching a class.
No, the
you
only
know?
reason
And
I
they
took
wouldn't,
it,
and they
no,
wouldn't.
I'm gonna
I
tell
know.
you guys why I took it. Now, this was a story I was telling.
Yeah.
I'm kind of ADHD. I'll drift off on some shit. But I took the class because a friend of mine, again, comedy's always been my passion. But the way I grew up and the environment I was hanging out in, I wasn't telling nobody that. I'd be like, your ass ain't funny. Shut your ass up. Shut your ass on that corner. But but a friend of mine, she was like, one day she would say, you should be a comedian. I always had her laughing. And I was like, she said, you ever thought about it? I was like, you funny you say that because, I always have. And she was like, yeah, it's this comedy thing and whatever. So I just went. Just
she
for
wasn't
the
the
hell of
teacher,
it.
was it?
Oh.
No, it was just like,
That was
it
the
was
bait.
a friend.
That
yeah.
was the bait. Hook.
The only thing
That
it
the
was,
hook
was
right there, bro.
it was,
They always
the
get
only
you.
thing I learned
Was she
from that
pretty?
was, that if I could do it over again, I would keep my damn money.
Was she-
How much was it?
How much did you
I
pay?
don't remember.
Was she
Yeah,
pretty?
you do.
You
How much
remember.
was it? How much was
wait,
it?
was
It was
your-
a few $100s. Wasn't
Was
it?
your friend pretty?
Huh?
Was your friend pretty?
Yeah, she was.
That's the hook.
That's the hook, buddy. They got you,
They
man.
sent her. They sent her for that
She
purpose.
convinced me I was funny.
She kept the percentage. She kept the percentage of that $350.
No, but you know what? But look, that was my road. Always growing up, I never knew where to start, where to go.
Would
For
you
me,
have?
I'm gonna tell you this much.
that was
like,
just my start.
A lot of when I was younger, a lot of girls would influence me on my path in school. Like, oh, there was this hot girl like, hey, I'm gonna be in JROTC. Me too.
Was it Judy?
You think you would have ever started doing comedy if it weren't for the class?
No,
There was this
Yeah,
girl
that's why I
that
got in.
biggest-
You would have?
yeah, eventually.
See,
yeah.
I know I
You know
wouldn't
why?
have. I
Because
wouldn't have.
I had honestly, I was going through some. You guys know my backdrop, marital. My friends, they know.
Yeah.
Always been tumultuous. But I had always told myself that by the time I turned 33, I had made a mental commitment to myself that I was gonna, at some point, try to pursue it. And
Yeah.
that just happened to be the way it worked out.
That's
I was
good.
33. So it's like everything happens for a reason. The way it happens and how it happens, it's like everybody has their, I wouldn't tell anybody not to take a comedy class because I don't know what your path is or how you get led to
Right.
it. So I'm not going to speak on how not to
yeah.
get there. I'm not going to speak on somebody else's business or how they do their thing. I'm going to just say for me, that was just the
Where
path
was
that
it?
got me.
Where was it?
Damn, man, where you work for? Where you wire at?
Where was it?
Where do you keep the drugs?
It's
Where
like,
you keep the money at?
Don't-
You keep it in your sock drawer, or you keep it in your wig?
Where was it? Where was the comedy class?
dump the
Where
water
was the
on him,
comedy
bro.
class?
Dump
It was in Ontario. It was in
dump
The
the
improv?
water on him like
Okay,
in the
say
movies
it.
and
Say
shit.
with me.
Yeah, it was in Ontario.
Say with me. It's very
If you
funny.
start fucking sparking.
Yeah.
How did you come up with the name Cooley?
Yeah, that's.
Because Harold, I ran Harold through my mind and said, coming to the stage, Harold. That shit just sounded horrible. It was like I could hear boos coming already. You know what I mean? So a friend of mine, Wood Doctor, man. You guys know the
Okay,
Wood
I
Doctor.
thought it was another
Yeah,
girl.
Wood
I
Doctor.
was
Yeah, Wood Doctor. Wood Doctor's a guy that actually he had cheers out in Moreno Valley. He used to let me get up all the time up
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
So much
He's a
love
good
to my
dude.
man right there. But him and I was at talking to him about
gotta
it,
get him out of
and he
here.
knew I went by Lee.
All
And he
right.
was like, what about Cooley? But he meant to like Cooley, and I was like, yeah, I like that, but I didn't want it to be like cool and Lee.
You don't want to sound Asian?
Cool, like, you know, I'm being cool, Cooley. So I was like Cooley, and it kind of had a little flow to it.
So you were in
I like
Cooley
that.
before comedy.
It's
No.
it's like Don Hefty. You know, he goes by Don Hefty.
But look up the definition of Cooley.
What is the
A coolie,
definition?
well, it's spelled Coolie, but basically a coolie is a unskilled laborer, like paid for low wage. No, really. You know, look, and this is what, look, this, you know what I mean? Look, hey, and this is what made me say, see, I said everything happens for a reason, right? This is why I say that's got to be the name for me, right? Because when I came up with the name, I didn't know this. So I went to work, and an Asian friend of mine, Quinn, he said, I said, yeah, I'm going by Cooley. And he said, Cooley? He said, you know what a Coolie is? And I said, no. So he opened the dictionary up, and it said basically it was an unskilled laborer paid for low wages.
Maybe
which
that-
is basically like the Chinese, they used to work on the railroads.
Yeah.
Back
Yeah.
That they were called coolies.
Oh,
And at that time, I was like, wow, that's perfect. I'm a unskilled at my craft. 'Cause I'm bombing all the damn time. And I paid low wages, which is zero.
Yeah.
So the name was perfect. You know what I mean?
You never regret like, man, I should just gone with my regular name.
No, I tell who I
Because
tell who my
Don
name is.
Don Hefty, we were at the Hollywood
You know-
Improv once.
Uh-huh.
And, you know, he goes up by Hefty, and we kept like, you should go up by your fucking name, bro.
What's his real name?
Luis Agenda.
Oh yeah.
Really?
And then he started going by his name,
Uh-huh.
but people thought they were booking me.
Oh,
So they fucking stopped. He stopped right away. He was like, no, bro, they're expecting you.
Hey
Fuck
man,
that."
at least you weren't the D child.
Hey, you were in Beto
made
Comic.
Oh, the D child.
I made fucking business cards and shit. The D child style, whole shit.
that was just
You don't remember that?
No.
I used to be the D child.
The D child.
When I first started doing comedy, I said I gotta pick a catchy name, man.
It's like-
D child.
D child.
When-
You
when-
didn't run that by nobody else. So you just.
I used to go.
Well, my friends used to call me D child like back in because I used to be like into rap. Remember the G child, Warren G and shit.
Yeah.
I used to go
So-
up at Beto Comic, and this guy would go with me to every show, you know?
As your road dog.
And he would, like, they would tell me, hey, you're going to do 3 minutes. And I was
Yeah.
so new that I only had like a minute and a half. I would tell him, hey, light me at till.
I would be flipping a cell phone, and back then they had the flip phone, so I was like, all right, there you go, that's your light.
You know what though? But those days when you think back, man, bombing and was nothing worse than bombing and having like a 40-minute drive home.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Bombing for 5 minutes.
You want to bomb and be close to the house. You know, when you can just get home, get in bed, go to sleep.
Yeah,
You
forget
got like
about
a 40-minute drive home to think about the silence. You know when you do bad.
Even the radio
when you
turns
walk off
off on you.
stage and everybody look down because nobody want to shake. Everybody look off. And you just kind of ease out the back door. You know.
Yeah, those
Yeah.
nights where you question, man,
Yeah.
maybe this isn't for me.
Yeah. You know, I never really questioned was this for me.
David-
but I
David
used to
told
just
me.
question like.
I did.
wow, it's
I'm
really
being
hard,
honest.
man. It's really.
I've had nights like that.
everybody has.
Yeah, I think every comedian has had that moment where he's thought about.
Yeah.
Especially when you first start out. When you
Yeah,
you have a great
oh.
show and you're like, fuck, I'm awesome. I'm gonna be the shit. I'm gonna be
About the
famous.
next
And
night.
then the next night you eat
Hey,
shit on
man.
stage. You're like, man,
Oh,
I
yeah.
suck, dude. I don't know if
Like
I
I
can do this
used, I
shit.
used to go do a show at like Ontario, and then do good, then I would literally go to Liam's to fucking get me down from that fucking, oh, fuck yeah, I'm great.
Bring you down to earth.
Oh, yeah.
You ever have to you ever find yourself adjusting your set as far as the crowd goes?
Always. You have to. As a comedian, you have to gauge your crowd. You know.
Right.
You got what I do. I pay attention to everything. I'm very observant. So like I'm watching this guy over here spit in this cup. I don't know if they're playing the spit game or if he got tobacco, but I'm watching. You really watch white people when they start stuffing tobacco. You really got to keep your eye on that.
Tobacco and talking.
Next thing you know, you're gonna
and
start
texting
and shit.
Especially that guy right there.
Yeah.
I know. There's only one of you, buddy. No.
Like,
But no, you got to adjust
let's
your
teach him a
material.
lesson.
There's a reason why you're the first one on this show.
If he was
Sacrifice night.
if he was alone,
If he was alone, he'd be the nicest guy to you.
if he was alone, he'd be like, everybody has the right for their own opinion.
He'd be wearing an Obama shirt.
Right now, he has his friends, and he's all like, all right, guys, we can take him.
Oh yeah, we had that. He was on the show talking about that.
I like how you say that, but you make the fist. Why?
This guy
Is
said-
the fist really necessary?
This guy said
Yeah, you did. You didn't even notice it.
This guy said. This guy says he doesn't watch porn. Porn.
Oh yeah, he doesn't watch black porn. He don't
black
watch black porn.
Who?
The
Josh.
white guy right there.
Pisses you off. Huh? There's some bullshit right here. Man, I say they zooming the camera. It can't be that big.
He's
It's
intimidated.
impossible. Walk in and catch your girlfriend, watch you feel cheated on.
That's hysterical. Like,
Why is there just black porn around the house? That's crazy. Woman's trying to tell you something.
that's why.
Yeah, that would
That's
suck
why
on
you don't
Josh.
watch porn. Like I'm like, no. Is that what you want, bitch?
I can get it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like I used to
I
think
mean,
I
you're
would.
watching too much of it.
Like when I was young,
Everything's a scene for you at the grocery store. It's like,
when I was younger, I used to think like if I see a hot lady and I go knock on her door, she has to fuck me. Like in my scenario. But I never had the
Yeah,
balls to go
you'll
knock
be
at
in
the
jail
door.
in real life, though. That's the
Well,
problem.
that almost happened to you when you were welding, right?
that's the first stage of
Oh, yeah.
a rapist.
I had a lady fucking
Excuse
hit
me,
me up.
ma'am. You need anything? Looking all around the house.
Oh yeah.
You want me to clean your pool?
Yeah.
Shirtless.
Yeah.
So you getting any road,
Yeah, he's going to Texas, right?
Well, I'm going to Texas. Actually, I'm going to.
But now that you're a single man now, right?
I'm
Are you
single.
getting any fruits of?
I'm divorced.
Are you getting any fruits of that?
Huh?
Are you about to enjoy any of that? Being a single man on the road? Huh?
Look at this
Working
guy.
for a lawyer, man.
What?
Working for a
You
lawyer.
trying to hide? You trying to hide?
You got a disposition right here.
Hey. When you've been married, me and my wife been married. We were married 18 years together for 24 years. That's life. I was a lifer.
This guy's enjoying
So
it right now,
it's
bro.
like
You can
parole
tell.
right now.
Huh?
It's like being on parole.
You're on
right
parole right now, so.
It's new.
You can tell he's enjoying it right now, bro.
I
Fuck.
think he is.
I'm enjoying the freedom of being able to
Do whatever
really
the fuck you
pursue
want.
To live your life.
To pursue whoever you
No.
want. Is that what you're saying?
No, honestly, man, really just to be focused on my comedy. All that other, whatever's gonna come is gonna come. I can be honest with you, dude.
Yeah.
That's
I'm 44 years
That-
old. So
that's
if I was 25, 35, it might be like, yeah, I see all the benefits of all the women, but I don't be sleeping with my fans and all of that stuff.
no.
You know,
It's like
it's problems.
that's good though. You know, like people focus too much on getting laid and they forget
Yeah.
about the other aspect that it's a business.
Yeah, you know, I mean, grown people do what grown people do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, but I mean, you go to the show every night with the idea, like, who I'm gonna take home tonight? You know, it's like,
Not me, bro. I just look at him and be like, she's gonna slap me at the end of the show, and that guy's probably gonna fucking punch me. You know?
You've been slapped before at the end of shows, right?
Huh?
You ever had any fans attack you at the end of the show?
nah, hell no. Wish. Wish I could tell you, yeah, I had some chicks rip my shirt off, man. And nah.
You're talking about like violence?
No,
or
you
what?
ever had a guy
not a rock
just
star.
like a guy punch you or something for talking crap about his girl or anything like
But
that?
you're not that kind of comic, right? You don't really talk
Oh,
shit to the
okay.
audience.
No, you don't.
No, because
None of
I
us really do.
have street sense.
Yeah.
You know, if you have street sense, you know when not, you know where and where not to do and say certain things, and you know when not to let things escalate. You know, a lot of people just don't know when to shut up. You know, you know, really honest.
Richard Weiss.
Even when you're a comic and you're on stage,
Remember
and
that?
you got the mic. If you hit a guy, you know, sometimes
What
you hit him and you let him go.
What happened to Richard Weiss?
Stay on him and cause
What happened with Richard Weiss? What the
Richard
fuck?
Weiss.
You remember Richard Weiss? It was a misunderstanding you had with him. He had the same shit happen to him that happened to me at the Ice House with fucking Terrence Aston.
Hardly nothing. What happened?
There was you were performing and he was talking through your set and shit, and then some shit happened that you guys were like, "Oh, okay, so you're gonna talk to my set." It was like a whole beef. You guys had like a beef for a couple years and shit.
Richard Weiss.
You remember Richard?
The name sounds
He's
familiar.
so little he doesn't remember him.
Tall, white guy, older.
Name sounds
He's a cool
familiar.
cat.
Yeah,
He's a cool
I
cat.
forget stuff, man. I do.
Yeah,
I
you know,
don't remember
it's
that.
good not to hold.
He's the kind of guy he doesn't get into it with somebody
No,
unless
it's good.
unless they provoke him.
It's good
Yeah.
not to hold
I
grudges
don't
or
remember
anything,
that.
man.
But I
Yeah.
know who Richard Weiss is. So Richard, if we got into it, I forgot all about that, man. Forgot all about it.
Don't worry, I don't think.
But
he
they just
watches.
reminded me, it's on, Richard. This beef is back on, baby.
It ignited.
It's fun. Like
Three.
we should do that. We should
what you
start.
do
We
on me,
should start a beef with someone.
Oh, remember that night when I did an open mic, motherfucker? You were talking to my set.
Yeah. I'm gonna just call out everybody. What's the biggest name in comedy right now?
Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart? Nah. I'm not-
Yeah, you don't want to start beef with Kevin
Who's
Hart.
bigger than Kevin Hart right now?
There's a lot of
Close the
comics
door
out
again.
there.
Who's bigger than him? I mean, there's comics that are bigger
right
than
now,
him, like
Kevin
globally,
Hart.
But I'm saying as far as when you say who's hot, let's put it like this: who's hotter?
Oh, Kevin Hart's
Let's say who's hotter.
the hot.
Yeah, he's the hottest. I'm not. I can't say he's the biggest because you have guys like Russell Peters.
Russell Peters
You know,
is
he's
Yeah.
big. He's big.
Big
but, you know,
everywhere.
the guys that are big overseas. You
Yeah.
know, so they're globally big.
No, but what Kevin Hart's doing right now.
But as
is
far
crazy.
as
He's hot. I mean,
yeah.
right now, any
Show the house.
oh, hilarious. Man, you wish you could have came up with that idea.
Oh yeah.
He came up with it.
Well, him and his team, they
Yeah,
came up
yeah.
with they came
Well,
up
Jamie-
with that.
Ja-
Remember they did that on
Jamie
it
Smooth
started
is,
out on the
is
BET,
a-
one of those
it's
BET
a great fucking writer.
shows.
Yeah.
They did a little skit in between, and it blew up from that.
On the show, his ex-wife sent someone to spy on him at the party.
Yeah,
Did that happen to you?
yeah. No, hell no. My wife was hoping.
Your wife was at the show every
I don't
night.
even have
She
cable,
didn't.
so I don't even know that show.
She early on in the comedy, she went.
I don't watch
you know,
Yeah.
She didn't come a lot.
Watching it last night. We first started
Yeah?
watching it last night.
Oh, dude, it's hilarious. Yeah, it's funny.
Just holding hands.
What?
Keep working.
Watching the show, holding
Kevin Hart is
hands.
big, right? Kevin Hart is
It's
big
so
because he
great.
works hard, dude. He's
spending
the
time
hardest
with you.
working comic.
You know a bunch of shit about black people than that, huh?
Yeah.
No, Kevin Hart's he's like it's funny because he's like 8 big.
Oh yeah.
Kevin Hart's like
But his pockets is his pockets is woo.
Yeah.
His pockets is deep.
Yeah, that's his real house on the show. That thing is huge.
Yeah, his pockets is deep, man. He's definitely blessed, man. He's blessed.
That's
But
good
he works hard though, so it's not
Yeah.
like he's worked hard. I'm sure Kevin has bombed in his day, as
Yeah.
all of us have. You know, but he just keeps working.
Back
and
when
he's
I took my
likable.
comedy class,
He's
I got to
likable.
see him for free.
You know, that's key too. You know, people don't understand. It's key to be likable. It's key to be likable. You know, if you're approachable, people tend to want to support you. You're an asshole. Some people might like you just because. But if you just realize if you were more of a people person, man, how many people you could draw in rather than push
Well,
you.
yeah,
out.
So you're an
Everybody wants
approachable
to go.
comic?
Yeah, I'm approachable.
yeah, everybody wants to be able to kick him. Like that's why Rodney Dangerfield was so fucking popular because people were like,
Yeah, I don't
Fuck
ever want
yeah,
to be. I don't. Yeah, I don't ever want to be, you know, untouchable, you know, but I do want to still be able to, you know, mingle with people, but still have my personal life. And
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
your
yeah.
personality dictates that. I think you can be big and still be able to go out and do everyday things. People just recognize you, but they respect that. Hey,
Yeah.
Well,
now when I'm gonna take pictures because I'm a people person. I go in the grocery stores messing
So
with
you don't
people all
wanna-
the time.
so you don't
I'ma take a
wanna-
picture. Come on, man, come on. Let's take the picture. All right, now I gotta go. See you later.
Yeah.
You know.
You don't want to be to the point where TMC's digging through your trash.
Yeah, you know.
you want to be like you heard the story about Bill Murray, right?
No.
Like he'll be at a restaurant and then people be talking, and then he'll just sit next to them, take a picture with them, and then book it.
Yeah.
Bill Murray's me.
Huh?
Well, remember he was
man.
bartending that one. He was
Yeah.
bartending that one night.
That's
and
what
I
he
started
does.
Bartending.
The
Hey, did you see the one post they had with Tom Hanks?
Yeah, where the guy's
Hilarious. Dude was so loaded. He was so loaded. Tom Hanks took his phone, took a picture with him.
He's like laughing.
Yeah, and laughing like clowning the dude. And the dude wakes up the next day. Could you imagine you wake up the next day and realize Tom Hanks is right here with me?
Just taking a picture.
The fact that the Tom Hanks cared enough to check up on the guy and then
Now,
said, "Hey, you know what?
That guy right there,
Yeah.
man, is man.
Yeah, dude.
Bosom Buddies back in the day. I don't know if you guys remember Bosom Buddies.
Nah, they don't.
Nah, these guys don't remember.
You guys are young, man. Yeah, Bosom Buddies.
They don't remember
It
Big.
It was a TV show. His first show, his
Yep.
first ever anything, and he was him and a guy were two roommates. And
They were dressed like women.
Women to live in this
Yep.
All
dorm,
women.
all girls apartment or something.
'Cause it was
And
cheaper.
Yeah, but it was a little a little slappy, but it was funny. But
Fuck, I
you
forgot
never
all
would have
about
thought
that.
Tom Hanks would have went from that to what he is today. You couldn't have seen that
I
back
think-
then when you look back.
I think he started off as a stand-up too. He used to do some stand-up.
Yeah, he started off doing stand
A lot
up.
of people
I believe,
start
if I'm
up
not
as
mistaken.
stand-up.
Yeah.
Like,
Hell, Sylvester Stallone tried stand up at one point. A lot of people.
I don't know about that's not fucking never gonna work.
That-
You.
you can't do comedy.
A lot of people get into a lot of actors and stuff.
Well,
Get into stand-up.
that's the problem with Hollywood. A lot of fucking failed actors go into comedy, and that
Well,
fucking
because
fucks-
the easier avenue is you're a one man show on stage.
Well, they're trying to stay
If you're
relevant.
an actor, I can get up there and I can play a character.
They're trying
I
to
can show you
stay
how
relevant.
good I can act, and so a lot of actors, yeah, they go into comedy because it helps them. It's kind of like
It keeps them stay relevant.
yeah,
You know?
but that's not their goal to be a comedian.
They make money too.
What-
Just because they
what-
have a name, they make money at the comedy spot.
You've been doing comedy for how many?
11 years.
11 years? What's the craziest story that you're like, fuck, I can't believe I fucking did that shit?
Oh man, I've done so many.
Don't be shy.
Don't be shy, man. Come on.
I did a show one time. I had a buddy. He had a show out in out in LA.
You
Right?
can
You
already
know it's
tell.
gonna be good.
No, out in-
Everybody's like,
out in LA, right?
Everybody's like,
Out in LA, right? And this is my buddy to this day, and he supports me in all my shows. He's a good friend of mine. But he invited me to this show. He raps and stuff, right? So he said, "Yeah, man, I want you to come out."
He raps?
There's
He's
a shocker.
Yeah, he's a rapper. He said, "I want you to come out, and I want you to do some comedy and come support my rap thing or whatever." And I'm like, "All right, cool." Now my homeboy is an ex-gangbanger. When I say ex-gangbanger, I don't mean no bullshitting. I mean, he for real. He got bullet holes in him, and and he's been to prison, and he, so he's for real. So he invites me to this party, right? Now when I get in the party, I'm not realizing this is when I get there, it's like all gangbangers, and I looked like I wasn't supposed to be there, and they looked at me like I wasn't supposed to be there.
You weren't wearing the wrong colors, were you?
No, I wasn't wearing the wrong color. I just had the wrong look.
all right.
Like I looked like I wasn't supposed to be there.
Out of place.
And the whole time in my mind, I'm saying to myself, I hope the neighbors call the police. Please shut this party down. You always worry about something's gonna happen. It's always that guy going to college who had nothing to do with it. He had nothing to do with it, And
He's just enlisted
that was
as a
probably the
bride.
craziest show that I'd never done, and the show didn't even happen after that. The police ended up coming, and
They did?
yeah.
Did you call them?
No, hell no.
Yeah.
But somebody did. Everything happens for a reason, man. Lord watches over me, man. I know David. I know you guys remember when I fell asleep driving home, dude?
Yep.
You remember that story?
I heard about it, but I never really got the whole
Driving home.
From a Mission Tobacco Lounge.
Mission
Yeah.
Tobacco Lounge, really.
Okay, Merrick, I'm gonna tell you the story. Tell you the truth. This is what happened. Leaving the Mission Tobacco Lounge. Remember we had a show. Left there about 11 o'clock. Driving home and had a couple drinks and smoked a little weed.
All right.
And my ass got sleepy. I got sleepy on my way home, and I was about 1.5 miles from home, and I fell asleep. Oh, shit. Fell asleep, and fell asleep driving, totaled my car. Street sign came through the roof of the car and hit me in the head.
Almost pierced your skull.
It did.
I remember the story, yeah,
36 stitches in my head, right here.
Look at
Right
that.
here. Right there. So,
Put your hat back
the
on.
Lord definitely gave me something.
You can see the sheen.
Yeah. Don't be a
That's
hater,
crazy.
man. Don't be a hater.
I thought I was bald. Man, I'm happy.
Oh, man.
I got hair.
I blind the guy. Like, damn.
That's crazy. No, yeah, like it's funny because comedy is dangerous because you know.
A lot
like,
of driving late, man.
I used to fucking stay.
I don't drink though, so that's the key now. And that's what I got from that. I could have been dead. So now when I go out, I don't drink. If I have a drink, I'll have one drink, and I allow myself an hour after I drink that drink before I go anywhere.
You still smoke weed?
Yeah, man.
Fuck yeah.
Hey, man, tap this guy there. Who the hell he working for?
I
got my card.
Remember I fucking.
I got my medical card, man. Mine is illegal. Like everybody else, I get headaches.
We were at Ontario.
Yeah, headaches. That's a headache.
We were at Ontario, and then Cooley's all like, "Hold on, let me smoke some weed." And we're like, "Oh, you smoke weed?" Because I didn't know that shit. You know? I'm like, "Oh, you smoke weed?" And he goes, "And crack." And I was gonna fucking beat the shit out of him.
Yeah, he looked. Yeah,
I was like,
hilarious.
"What?"
Yeah, he said, "You smoke weed?" I said, "Yeah, and crack." Like, are you fucking serious, man? I said, "Nah, man." But he's like, "Man, I'm about to fuck you up." I said, "You better have. If I tell you something like that, you better whoop my ass. If you're my friend." So I appreciate that. Skinny enough, man. Imagine if I smoke crack.
Oh, you'll be.
I'd be looking like this. I'd be looking just like this mic right here.
This fucking.
You look like the guy from Captain
Look,
Phillips.
Hey, look. I'm telling you, look. Hey, when me and my wife split, you know, first thing that happens when you split up is you lose weight.
Yeah.
Cause you're not getting them home cooked meals.
When about did you split up? Right around the 2000 last year?
This year be 2 years. So
What happened?
No, because he's always been
Just,
skinny.
you know, just years and years.
All right.
How old when you got married?
Like it wasn't a messy divorce or anything, was it?
Shit, like 20.
This guy wants to get married. He's 19.
24.
Was it a messy divorce or?
Nah, it's not messy.
No, that's good.
Nah, it's not messy.
That's always good when you two people get along enough.
Yeah, I
just to
mean,
go out.
we still don't get along.
Is-
But
Yeah.
it ain't no more messy than it was when we
Is
were
it true
together.
that like you divorce and then like you still are those friends?
No.
No, they just cut up everything. Bro.
That's always the last thing to end.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's mainly when you guys split up. If say you're doing a trial separation,
You have
but
a couple tips in.
Yeah.
You know, before it's finally done.
Yeah, but
you know,
after
come
that-
on, every dude up here know for us the last thing to let go is that.
yeah,
Right.
When we be broke up, but we still be calling. You know, hey,
especially when you're drunk.
yeah,
I miss you.
Yeah, hey.
This guy fucking calls me when he's drunk.
Who?
This guy, I think.
I called you.
I think he wants a piece of me.
Who wouldn't?
Well, you say you've been supporting your comedy all these years. I guess he
Hey.
think, hey,
Big
I
fan.
deserve something,
you
right?
deserve something. He ain't gave you a kiss. Some friend.
It's your fault. You're the one
Oh,
saying it.
sound like y'all been courting.
Oh
No,
man.
this guy saw my dick pictures.
Hey man, this guy wanted to show me a picture, and he's like, "Hey, hold on, I got a dick pic in here." And then he showed me the picture he wanted to show me, so he put the phone down, and I guess his phone scrolled down, and I looked down. I'm
It
like,
has
"What
to
the
scroll
fuck?"
down by itself.
It just had
See, my friend totally different now, man. I don't even I can look at
our friendship is awkward now.
Our friendship has changed. I used to hate taking showers in gym.
Really?
He's seen me naked
What is
before
that?
though.
No, I said this guy's like, I wish my dick fit in the fucking phone.
You have to go all the way up.
Hey,
Oh, it do.
is that true?
It do. My phone has panorama.
hey, is that true?
I got the panorama. Take some sections.
Is that true?
It takes that
Is the whole
Myth.
black man having a big dick thing?
I
you
don't
know?
know, man. I ain't seen every black man.
it's like I don't give a fuck.
The only two black man things I can comfortably say I've seen was my two brothers, man, because we grew up together. So comfortably I can't say, you know. But you know, hey, I'm all right. I can't speak.
You're gonna put it down the poker
I ain't
game,
never had no
huh?
complaints. I'd put it like that. So
Like I was like.
Josh, are you okay?
I mean, but look, I mean, come on, dude. I'll be honest though, man. Come on, it's really overrated, dude. Come on. I mean, come on. I'm just saying. No, I'm saying. If you have something like that, how much fun did you have? You can't have no fun with all of that, man. Come on, nobody gonna let you have no fun.
No, but I wouldn't be embarrassed to fucking shower in any place, bro.
You'd be a star, man.
Yeah, the girls' eyes won't go like this, but they gonna be like, hell no, man. Oh.
That's fucking hysterical.
Walking around.
Dude, if my daughter's boyfriend was like that, dude, I'd pull him to the side. Say, hey, look here, man. Don't come around here no more. Hey,
How would you know?
Because he got some shorts on. He got that hair. Hey, look here, man. Look here, man. You don't need to be messing with my baby, man. You need to go to the circus or something.
So you have daughters, right?
I got two daughters,
How old are they?
25 and 21.
Did you have the talk with them, or did your wife have the talk with them?
I talked to my daughters.
How was that, the talk? Like the sex
You know,
talk?
it really wasn't a talk.
Were you like?
It never was really a talk. I just raised my daughter
Yeah.
a certain way.
Yeah.
I never had to sit down and talk to her and say,
Were you the dad that was like, I don't want you kicking it with them, or like, were you like that person?
my oldest daughter, my mom raised my oldest daughter.
Oh, okay.
So I was 19. I had 2 kids at 19 years old.
Good.
11 days
Would you
apart.
say it was a good?
11 days apart.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
It was a good week.
It's a good year. It's a good
It's
year.
called 2 baby mamas.
Yeah. 11 days apart, yeah. It's a good year. 88 was a good year. Lakers went back to back. I went back to back. It was a hot year, man.
That was a good year, huh?
Yeah, it was a good year, man.
No, like,
Yeah.
I would, like, it must be hard as hell to have a daughter, man.
You know what, man? It is. You know why? Because the older they get, the more you start watching your friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see their eye movement.
You start watching your friends.
Yeah.
You know, as your daughter grow up, you start watching your friends. You know, and everybody ain't uncle no more.
Now, you know what? I had
You know,
this.
all your buddies is uncle. That's your Uncle
Yeah.
Craig. That's your Uncle Cliff. That's your Uncle Johnny. And then they get a little older, and you be like, "Hey, Uncle Johnny ain't your uncle. Do not get in the car with Uncle Johnny, because you know Uncle Johnny like young girls. You know, roll by the high school with him and watch him look at young girls. Say she gonna be a bad one when she grow up. You be like Uncle Johnny. You be like Uncle Johnny cannot come to the house for no more dinner. You know what I mean?
Now,
You
know
got
what,
them
though?
friends like that. She gonna be bad when she grow up. Damn, man. Hey, if you think that in here, man, don't let that come out.
Don't
Yeah,
project it.
you know what? I've had that issue. I took a picture. With my
You
niece.
feel me, right?
Yeah. Hey, man.
You tell him.
Tell us.
That's Uncle Johnny.
That's Uncle Johnny right there.
You? Yep.
Everybody got Uncle
Hey,
Johnny.
the man can't look at a naked girl without her permission, but you can look at a 16-year-old, you sick fuck.
They're called investments. You invest time in them when they're 16,
Now he sounds like me.
take out all your investments.
Now you're sounding like
He
me.
watching them. Yeah, he watching them.
Yeah, you gotta watch out for him.
Uncle Johnny. That's Uncle Johnny right there. Is like,
This-
do not. Come here, let me tell you something about Uncle Johnny.
Hey, this guy took a picture with one of his knees, right?
One of my
And, like,
nieces.
and like, was she sitting like on your lap or something?
No, we were just sitting next to each other like this.
Uh-huh.
This guy puts a quote, nice. I was like, oh, hell. I'm like, dude, that's my niece.
I thought it was his girlfriend. I thought it was a new girl.
And that instantly made you feel dirty,
He
huh?
ain't coming around her.
I thought it was.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
thought it was a new girl.
Hey,
I was like,
the bad part is, I had all my homies were sending me messages like, yo, man, that girl has some nice teeth. I'm like, hey, that's my niece, you motherfucker. I will kill you.
Yeah, so yeah, with my daughters, man, I just raised my daughter. I watched everybody. I raised my daughters not to sit on men's laps. I didn't allow that.
Not
You
even
know,
on Santa Claus?
no, I never allowed my daughter to run up to your friends and they put them on their lap. And no, my daughter never sat on no man's lap.
You told him, I said, do not sit on a man's
Do
lap.
not, yeah, I raised my do not sit on no man's lap. You do not sit on no man's lap.
What do you tell them? They say why?
They didn't need an explanation why. It was just that.
Yo, daddy says so,
was
so
just the
that's
way
why.
it was. Yeah, I mean, they're
Like-
too young to understand
it's
the
like
reason
you
why.
I said the
and
same thing to my
friends
son. You know
understood
that,
I would
right?
have friends that would grab
You do
them
not
and
sit
put
on a
them
man's
and I
lap.
would have to tell some
No.
friends, hey, man, I get offended by that.
You
know,
show
hey,
him a
man,
belt.
You know, hey, don't put my daughter on your knee like that, dude.
Over your knee. Over your
Nah,
knee.
it's just, I mean, it's just a way you raise them.
No, yeah,
Yeah.
You got to raise your daughters like that. You got to watch them, man.
But
You got to
how?
watch your sons too, though.
That's the same thing I told my son. You're not sitting on no one's lap.
Yeah.
Not even mine.
You know, we just living in a different. Times is crazy, man. And it's,
You have a son?
know, I have 2 sons.
2 sons and 2
Three sons.
daughters.
I have 3 sons.
3 sons?
4 sons. 5
You
sons.
just found out about one last week. The paternity test came back positive, huh?
I have 3 sons. I have 2 daughters. I have 3 sons.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. 25, son and daughter. 21, 17, and 13.
Oh shit! You still got little kids.
I got my youngest one, my 17.
Oh,
graduating.
man.
Yeah, that's good. Congratulations, man.
It's hard with girls though, because
And you're-
you just gotta watch one dick. With girls, you gotta watch all the dicks.
Yeah. You gotta watch everybody.
Yeah.
You gotta watch all
And,
your son's friends. You gotta watch them.
Yeah.
They start hanging around.
You're a grandpa?
What the hell your ass doing over here?
And
Yeah.
you're a grandpa now,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Is it true? Because everybody tells me that when you're a grandpa, you kind of like your little grandkids a little bit more
Oh
than
man, yeah, you get to spoil them. I mean,
a little bit more
you know
than your
what?
sons.
Because what's happened
That's what my
actually
dad told me.
is you've gotten older. You've gotten older and more mature, so you learn you do things differently. Like, you know, when I was young, man, I yelled. Like most young parents do, sit down, put it down, everybody was yelling. Now I'm older, I still yell, but
That was a smooth transition.
no, but I'm just,
That's how
I
he
just have more,
went,
I have more patience.
I know what to do.
That's solid.
I said that was the smooth transition right now that you did.
Is it that?
You got a camera on you, so they saw it.
He sound like if I go on this side of the microphone.
Oh, no, I was scratching my nose. See, why you
Yeah,
trying to act like I was pickaxe? That was.
Hey, we got the camera right on you. We got a replay. We got a replay and
I
everything.
didn't see that.
It's just gonna be the commercial Cooley on the show.
You're gonna put it on a loop.
But yeah, we got 5 minutes.
Yeah, 5
We've
minutes.
been talking a long time, huh?
Oh yeah, man.
Talk all night, man. I talk in my sleep.
Hey, is the black comedy world like in the black comics? Is it different? Like, you know, because
No.
nah. I wouldn't.
It's a lot harder.
Actually, black, yeah.
But
yeah.
you guys support each other more, don't you?
Yeah, I guess, yeah, we do.
Because I would.
It's not like the
I just
Latino
think-
comics.
I would. Yeah,
It's
he's
not
got
like
to.
the
You got to
Latino-
see.
No, I hear that's a whole. No, yeah, black comics, we support each other, man. You know,
That's good,
most
man.
of the comics that I know, like we can support
Like
each other.
yeah, like
I don't see no
you,
beef going on with no clicks and nothing.
you
Like
know,
that.
see, yeah.
Skills, Trenton, like you guys, like
Remember him?
I've
Yeah, Trent, that's my man, Trent.
always been like super cool, you know, like
Yeah.
like you've never
Yes,
been
that's
rude
my
to
man right
anybody
there.
or anything. Like
Nah, that's just my personality is not like that, you know. I don't like confrontation.
not
man.
this fucking guy. When I've met this guy, he
Be
was a
fighting
fucking
and all that.
asshole.
You know, if I have to, then I have to. But I, you know, I mean, come
When-
on,
when
too
you-
old for that, man.
How long ago did you meet this guy?
Dave, man, probably, I don't know, man.
I think I met him at Harley's.
Yeah.
What was your first impression of David over here?
Oh, that's a good question.
David's always been David. He's always been cool to me.
Asshole. Huh?
Ain't never seen him on no date, but I mean,
Hook me up, man. Well, how
Hey,
he's still out on his ass.
oh, with your daughter?
This guy.
You gotta wonder about that, David. No one's seen you on a date.
Hey,
No, David cool.
it's
too.
Uncle
my friend.
David.
David's a
Come
good
on.
friend. David is David, man. David's got his own personality. He's never been fake. He's always been who he is. So I can say Luis, since I've known you guys have always been who you are right now. You never switched up. You know, you never act different. You know, and you can't say that for everybody. You know what I mean? A lot of people change up on you. Remember back in the day, y'all was buddies, and they get to a certain level, they start acting funny
that
with
happens
you.
a lot.
You know, it's like damn near. You know, I know a guy where it's like I've been knowing him for so many years, and it's like you can't even contact this guy personally. Like you got to go.
You got to go through his people.
You got to go through other people to talk to him. It's like, come on, dude. It's like, come on. It ain't like I've been knowing you for years.
A comic? Oh, just a person.
Just person in general.
He's that
Let's put
rapper?
it like that.
He's that rapper, bro. He's
But
that-
you know, it's like
Well,
you
Is
don't
that
want to be like that
rapper?
with your friends. You don't want to be like people that you've known for years.
Yeah.
You know, I know
Yeah.
you get to a certain level and you can't be accessible to everybody.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
when you see, like if I see David, haven't seen David in 5 years, and I blow up and I see David 5 years later, haven't seen him, and David said, "Hey man, what's going on?" I'm like, "Hey David, here's my number." Give David my number. But when
Yeah.
David tried to call me, David got to go through like 6 other people to get to me, and David never gets to get to me.
Right.
I would never
Yeah.
do David like
Right,
that.
right,
David
right.
would always get my personal phone number. You give everybody else that number.
Yeah,
you don't
yeah,
get
yeah.
that to David. I know you. Just haven't seen you in years, but we got history.
I would do that with him, though.
You're an asshole.
He would give you his fax number. You can fax me. We can have a good time.
See, and God know that too, David. That was God know your heart, David.
We'll see. We'll see how I am in a year. You know, hopefully I'll be on your level, Mr. Bookhart.
Just keep grinding, man, and don't be afraid, because it's gonna be those moments
Yeah.
where you gonna get scared and you're
That's
gonna
right down.
want to go back to work.
You're gonna want to go back to work?
You're gonna want to go back to work because you got bills to pay.
Yeah.
You don't
Yeah.
want to, but
You're
the
not- you-
logical thing in your head is, I'm gonna starve, or I gotta go back.
You
to
haven't gotten there yet? Like you're still doing all right, like financially?
Yeah, man.
Well,
yeah.
it's like $50 sometimes doesn't pay the bills.
No.
Yeah.
No, let's just say that I'm in a blessed situation.
That's good, man.
The Lord put me in a blessed situation.
said,
and the only reason I won't succeed at this is because I don't work hard enough.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
I have
That's
everything. I have all the tools right in front of me with God, leading me and,
What?
and being the center.
30 seconds.
You got anything
All
you want
right.
to promote,
You
man?
got anything you want to promote? Sorry to cut you off, man.
Again, I'll be at Pachanga this weekend. Friday, Saturday night, 2 shows.
All right.
Hosting, so you guys
This
come out.
weekend?
This weekend.
Pachanga.
Friday,
Where's that again? Temecula's?
Yeah, it's Temecula.
Yeah, Pachanga Casino, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll be out there. So you guys come out. Go online. You can get the 2-for-1 tickets. 7:30 show, 9:30 show. I'll be hosting both shows, both nights.
All right.
Mike Marino headlining. Daryl Lamatre featuring. It's be a good show.
That's good.
You guys come out.
You guys
Thank you guys whoever tuned in. We appreciate it. I know I do.
I'm gonna be at the Ontario Improv Saturday and Sunday. Hit me up for free tickets. Thank you guys for tuning in to the Luis Banuelos Show.
Good night.
I am Luis Banuelos. To my right, Angel Padilla.
Hey.
To my left, David Duarte. And thank you, Cooley, for coming
Lee.
in, man.
Thanks for having me, man. I appreciate it.